At the beginning of the story, we are shown a bar where people are enjoying their drinks. In this same bar, a man named Sergio arrives. At the exact moment when Sergio opens the bar door and enters, a man walks out of the bar. As soon as that man steps outside, someone shoots him in the head and he dies. Seeing this, panic breaks out among the people. Everyone nearby runs away from there. No one has any idea who fired the shot or from where. Within moments, the streets become completely silent. Everyone inside the bar stands near the door, looking at the dead body. But out of fear, no one dares to go near the dead man. They have no idea what they should do now. At that moment, one man tries to call the police, but his phone has no network, and when the others check their mobiles for network, they also find that there is no signal. It's as if someone has installed a jammer. Seeing this, they become even more frightened. Just then, the bar's cleaner decides that he will go near the dead man. But as soon as he approaches the dead body, someone shoots him too. Seeing this, everyone inside the bar is left breathless, and out of fear, they lie down on the ground so that the sniper can't shoot them. Everyone realizes one thing: stepping outside the bar means inviting death. They turn on the TV to try to find out what exactly is happening here. But there is no news about this incident being shown on TV. They become worried that, right in the middle of a big city like Madrid, 2 people have been shot on the street. But nothing about it is being shown on TV. As soon as they look outside, both bodies have disappeared, and even the blood has been cleaned up from there. No one can understand what is happening here. Just then, Sator says that he thinks someone has kidnapped all of them and wants to make sure that none of them can get out of here. Then Sergio says that maybe one of them is a terrorist who has a bomb, and the government wants to catch and kill him so that he can't get out of here and set off a blast in a public place. Hearing this, a man named Nacho quietly hides a black-colored bag with his foot. While doing this, Sergio notices him. Now Sergio becomes convinced that Nacho is a terrorist. He is sure that there must be a bomb in his bag. He tells everyone to catch Nacho. After catching Nacho, when they snatch his bag, Nacho says, "Don't open the bag, there's nothing in it." But they don't listen to him. And when the bag is opened, they find some clothes and a hard disk inside. Elena asks Nacho what is on this hard disk. Nacho says that there is nothing on it that could harm anyone. He says that he works at an ad company and the hard disk contains files related to his work. But Elena ignores everything he says and breaks his hard disk. But there is nothing inside the hard disk. Nacho gets angry and asks why everyone is suspecting him. There is another briefcase lying in front of them. Maybe there's a bomb inside it. He asks everyone whose briefcase it is. Then Sergio says that this briefcase is mine, and if anyone tries to touch my briefcase, I'll kill them. But then a man named Andre pulls out his gun and points it at Sergio. With a gun pointed at him, Sergio couldn't do anything. So the bar owner, Amparo, picks up the briefcase. But Amparo was afraid to open the briefcase. Just then, a beggar named Israel opens the briefcase, and all sorts of women's items spill out from inside. Sergio says that he has to sell all this, and he feels ashamed to tell people about his work. Before anyone can understand what's happening, they suddenly hear a strange noise coming from the bathroom. When they try to open the washroom door, they find that it's locked from the inside. Somehow, they manage to open the door and go into the bathroom, where they see a fat man lying unconscious. Actually, at the beginning of the story, this man had come into the washroom coughing, and since then, he has been lying there unconscious. There is also a syringe lying next to this man. Assuming he is a drug addict, they leave him there. Just then, they hear the sound of cars coming from outside. As soon as they go near the outer gate, they see that a lot of army officers have arrived outside, all wearing masks on their faces. Seeing the army soldiers, they become very happy and start calling out for help. The soldiers make a big pile of tires there, set them on fire, and then leave. Although everyone thought that they had come to help, the soldiers do not help them and leave from there. A little while later, the news on TV shows that a large part of the city has caught fire. That's why the area has been sealed off and now no one is allowed to go there. The people trapped in the bar can't understand why the government is lying. This fire was started by the government itself. They saw us, yet they're still not taking us with them. Just then, the man who was unconscious in the bathroom suddenly appears in front of everyone. His whole body is badly swollen. At the same time, his eyes are glowing like white lights. The man says, "Don't come near me and don't even try to touch me." Saying this, the man collapses and dies, and his mobile also slips from his hand and falls. At that moment, Israel, smiling, places coins on the dead man's eyes and says, "We're all going to die." On the other hand, these people pick up the dead man's mobile phone and see that he was actually an army officer. There are some photos on this army officer's phone in which people are wearing suits to protect themselves from the virus. Seeing this, Nacho realizes that the man who died was infected and lost his life because of the infection, and it's possible that more people here are now infected. The government might not be letting them leave so that the infection doesn't spread to the outside world because of them. That's why the government has sealed off this place, and under no circumstances will they let us leave. They are still watching us, and if anyone tries to get out, they will shoot them down. So, we'll have to call for help from inside. Then Nacho tries to get a signal using this man's mobile phone, and when he stands on a table and raises the phone up, the mobile gets network coverage. He tells everyone that the mobile now has network. Nacho calls one of his friends. Nacho's friend tells him to quickly call any media person and tell them everything. But just then, Citor also climbs onto the table to talk on the phone and snatches the mobile from Nacho to call for help. He starts shouting for help, but due to the excessive load on the table, it breaks and their connection is lost. Then Andrew asks Nacho for the phone again to try to get a signal. But the bar owner, Amparo, stops him and says not to touch this phone because it belongs to the infected man who died from the infection. This phone is also infected, and if you touch this mobile, you will get infected too. Sergio and Andrew find the bar owner's reasoning completely convincing. Now this means that Nacho and anyone else who touched this mobile or this man are all infected, and there are 5 people who did this. Now these 3 stand on one side, and the 5 people who touched the mobile and the dead body stand on the other side. Then Elena says that we shouldn't act crazy. We've been together for hours. If we were going to get infected, we would have been infected by now. But Andrew pulls out his gun and tells Elena to stay away from him, or he'll shoot her. After this, the owner of the bar, Sergio and Andrew, threaten everyone with their guns and say that all of you should go down to the bunker and leave the 3 of us here so that we don't get infected because of you, and take this infected dead body down to the bunker with you as well. The 5 of them refuse to do this, but just then Andrew fires his gun, and after that, they are forced to comply. All 5 of them take the dead body and go down into the bunker, and the door to the bunker is locked from above behind them. Now, only 3 people are left upstairs. The 5 people in the bunker below are extremely distressed. Suddenly, a woman named Trini becomes very ill. She climbs the stairs and shouts at the 3 people outside, begging them to open the door, but no one listens to her. While standing on the stairs and banging on the door, Trini loses her balance and falls down. But as she falls, her foot hits the crates of bottles placed nearby, causing the bottles to fall and break as well. The water inside the bottles starts flowing to one side, which makes the 5 of them realize that there must be a way out down there. When they remove the boxes lying there, they see a drainage below. This means they can get out of there through the waterway. Now they wonder who will go out from here. Just then, Israel removes the grate from the drainage and decides to go out through the drainage. But the drainage path is very narrow, so Israel applies oil all over his body and tries to go down through the drainage. But the drainage hole was very small, so he couldn't go down, and Israel gets stuck in the hole. Suddenly, they hear the sound of gunfire and the screams of the 3 people above. Hearing these sounds, they become extremely frightened. Then they see smoke in the bar above, and realizing this, they understand that someone has killed the 3 people upstairs and set the entire bar on fire. At that point, Trini tries to go up and open the bunker door to check on the people above. But the bunker door is extremely hot, so as soon as Trini touches it, her hands get burned and she screams. After that, they bandage Trini's hands, which gives her some relief. Meanwhile, on the other side, Israel is still badly stuck in the drainage. Now, all of them work together to get Israel out of the drainage. After this, they sit quietly downstairs and wait until things calm down upstairs. A few hours later, the fire is completely extinguished and they decide to go up to the bar. After coming up to the bar, they see that the bar has been completely burned to ashes. Just then, they notice that some people outside are sealing off the place very thoroughly. Here, Elena says that she is going to ask for help, but Nacho stops her from doing so. He says that if those people see you, they will kill you. So it's in our best interest to hide here for a few days, and when everything calms down, we'll quietly leave one by one. Everyone agrees that Nacho's suggestion makes sense. They all quietly and silently observe everything, because if anyone finds out that there are still 5 people alive inside, they too will be killed. Just then, a mobile phone starts ringing. But the good thing was that the people outside who were sealing off the place had already left, and the mobile receiving the messages belonged to the infected man, who was an army officer. Elena picks up his phone and starts reading his WhatsApp chats. In the chats, a man asked the army officer if his health improved after taking the vaccine. The man replied, "No, my condition is very bad and I'm hiding in the washroom of a bar. Don't try to come to me." Now Elena reads his old chats in which the dead man had written that he still had 4 more injections left. They realize that the injections he has are actually the vaccine for this virus. Reading this, everyone becomes happy, thinking that this vaccine might work. But even then, a doubt arises in their minds. If that man had taken the vaccine, then how did he die? Then they start reading more of that man's old chats and find out that he had been sick for several days. That's why the vaccine injection didn't work on him and he died. After this, suddenly a call comes on that phone, but before Nacho can answer it, the mobile's battery dies. Now they try to find some way to charge the mobile. Nacho finds a gun there, which he quietly picks up. Meanwhile, Elena says that the man had written in the chats that he still had 4 left, so why don't we look for those 4 vaccines? After that, they go back down to the bunker and start checking the dead body, but they don't find any vaccine there. Then they remember that this man had gone to the washroom first. When they reach the washroom, they find Israel already sitting there holding the vaccines in his hand. Nacho and the others try to persuade Israel and ask him to give them the vaccine. But Israel says that there are 5 of you and only 4 vaccines. If I give you the vaccine, you won't give me my share because I'm a beggar and my life doesn't matter to you. That's why Israel takes out an injection and starts injecting himself first. At that moment, Nacho points his gun at him. But even then, Israel injects the vaccine into himself. After that, a scuffle breaks out between Nacho and Israel. Israel overpowers Nacho and snatches his gun. During the struggle, the vaccines slip from Israel's hand and fall down into the bunker. Trini quickly goes into the bunker and picks up the vaccine. She is very happy to have the vaccine in her hands, but because her hand is bandaged, she can't hold the vaccine properly, and just then, the vaccine slips from her hand and falls into the drain below. Now they all get worried again and think that one of them will have to go down there. Out of all of them, Elena is the thinnest, so they ask her, "Can you go inside and get the vaccines?" At first, Elena refuses, but then she agrees. After that, oil is applied to Elena's body, and they start forcing her into that small hole. After a lot of effort, she falls down into the drain. After searching in the drain water for quite a while, Elena finally finds the vaccine and comes out of the water. Just then, Nacho throws a wire down towards Elena and tells her to tie the vaccines to the wire so that he can pull them up. But Elena flatly refuses because she knows there are 3 people above and only 3 vaccines left. She says that if I give you the vaccines, you all will use them and leave me here without one. Elena tells everyone that if you want the vaccine, you will have to come down. I won't use this vaccine right now and will keep it safe with me. When all of you come down, then we'll sit and decide together. Now, the people above had no other option, so they start breaking the hole to make the passage bigger. While they are busy breaking the hole, Elena starts looking for a way out. After going a little further, she sees a light at one place. First, she hides the injections in a pit there. After that, she goes up the stairs and sees that there is a large police force outside who have covered the entire area and are burning their 3 companions who died in the bar. Then we see that the remaining 4 people who were in the bunker above have widened the hole, and now somehow they also come down. As soon as they come down, a fight breaks out once again between Israel and Nacho. This time, Nacho wanted to snatch the gun from Israel, and this time, Nacho manages to take the gun from him. Just then, the sound of a gunshot comes from underwater and Nacho surfaces. When they see that Nacho has come up but Israel still hasn't come out, they realize that Israel is dead, and they start telling each other that Nacho has killed Israel. But Nacho says that he didn't kill Israel, rather Israel swam away somewhere. But they don't believe Nacho because they realize that Nacho is hiding his crime from them. They tell Nacho to throw away the gun, but Nacho refuses. Now, at first, Nacho very gently asks Elena where the vaccine is. But when Elena doesn't tell him, Nacho holds Cetar at gunpoint and tells Elena to give him the vaccine. Now here, Nacho says that we have 3 vaccines, and if I kill Cetar, we can easily share the vaccines among ourselves. But Elena refuses to do that. She says, "Don't kill Cetar, I'm ready to give you the vaccine." After this, Elena takes them outside to where she had hidden the vaccine. Slowly, they keep moving forward. Nacho and Elena walk ahead while Cetar and Trini follow behind them. Just then, Cetar falls into the water and Trini, risking her own life, somehow manages to save Cetar. Here, Trini tells everyone that out of the 4 of us, one of us has to die anyway. I'm the oldest among you all, and I've already lived my life. That's why she tells Nacho to shoot her so that the rest of them can easily share the vaccines among themselves and save their lives. After thinking for a long time, Nacho points the gun at Trini, but he can't bring himself to shoot. After that, Trini takes the gun from Nacho, walks a little distance away, and shoots herself. Now only 3 people were left, and there were exactly 3 injections, so each of them takes 1 injection. Meanwhile, they start hearing noises coming from the place where Trini had killed herself. When they go to that spot, they see that someone has placed coins on Trini's eyes, and seeing this, they realize that this could only be Israel's doing, because Israel does things like this. Just then, Israel attacks Cetar from behind and kills him. Israel was extremely angry and started going after Nacho and Elena's lives. Just then, Nacho and Elena spot some stairs ahead of them. Both of them quickly run towards the stairs and start climbing up to escape from Israel. But at that moment, the injection Elena was carrying slips from her hand and falls down. Now, since Israel was also climbing the stairs behind them to kill them, Elena couldn't go back to pick up the injection because if she went down, Israel would kill her. At that moment, Israel grabs Nacho by the leg. Nacho then realizes that he won't be able to get out. So he hands his vaccine to Elena and tells her to take care of herself. At that moment, Israel grabs Nacho by the leg and pulls him down forcefully, causing both of them to fall and die. Then Elena injects herself with the vaccine Nacho gave her, opens the drainage cover above, and comes out. As soon as she comes out, she sees a lot of people and notices that the government has sealed off the entire area ahead from there. Just then, a woman takes off her jacket and puts it on Elena, allowing Elena to blend in with the crowd. Some innocent people also die in this story, but the government was forced to take this step because if these people had mingled with others without the vaccine, the virus could have spread throughout the world. That's why the government had to take this step for the safety of the country's public. With this, the story comes to an end. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like the video.